Good morning, I am Darsha Ponnamalam and you are listening Athavan News. It's 11th of April 2016. The main highlight of today's daily news says Economic Development Master Plan in June. An Economic and Development Master Plan will be announced to the country in June. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said. He said thereafter all activities of the country would be spearheaded based on this master plan. The Prime Minister said the plan would be announced soon after President Maithripala Sirisena's visit to Tokyo in May to attend the G7 meeting. He was addressing a press conference at Temple Trees yesterday to brief about the major outcome during his visit to China. Prime Minister Wickremesinghe said the two laid down the economic strategy of the two countries for the next 2 decades. Another highlight says India temple fire kills over 100 people. A massive fire swept through a temple in southern India on Sunday, killing more than 100 people after thousands gathered to watch an illegal fireworks display. More than 350 others were injured in the fire that engulfed the Hindu temple complex in Kerala state, where crowds had built up during the night for festival that hosted the fireworks show. Local residents were photographed carrying the bloodied and injured in the arms from the side, while a man whose bloodied hand was heavily bandaged was seen trying to calm a screaming toddler outside one hospital. There is another highlight saying Mahinda Rajapaksa provided massive security detail. President Maithripala Sirisena said he has provided former President Mahinda Rajapaksa a massive security detail. The president said he had allowed Rajapaksa to travel to his hometown in Hambantota district even after his election defeat and questioned whether any other world leader would have done the same thing. Have you heard of any political leader in the world being provided with state-owned helicopters after he lost an election? The president questioned speaking at the SLFE Badula district convention at Bible Town on Saturday. The highlight at the bottom says Batticaloa MC's official residence attacked. An unidentified gang attacked the Batticaloa Municipal Commissioner's official residence early yesterday. Batticaloa Major M. Udaya Kumar said several individuals on motorcycles attacked the residence of the Batticaloa Municipal Commissioner and fled. With that story, let's move to the highlights on Ceylon today. Students and patients to suffer. Students and patients using the services of private schools and hospitals will suffer greatly if these institutions are subjected to the proposed 15% value-added tax. Owners of these entities claim the people of the country are already facing great economic burdens and this new tax will have an adverse effect on the people. They claim there are close to 3 lakh students who are studying at these private schools. The proposed 15% tax will affect them directly and some children might be compelled to give up schooling. Founding chairman of the International Schools Association, Frank Yesinghe said. The highlight in the middle says IGP retires today. Inspector General of Police N.K. Ilangakon is due to retire today after serving in the post for 4.5 years. Meanwhile, the Constitutional Council is due to meet on 18th April under the chairmanship of Speaker Karu Jayasuriya regarding the selection of new Inspector General of Police. Another highlight says all talk, no action. Swaminathan on NPC. Minister of Prison Reforms, Rehabilitation, Resettlement and Hindu Religious Affairs D.N. Swaminathan has lambasted the Northern Provincial Council as an institution with all talk, no action scenario depriving the legitimate basic needs of the Tamil community which elected the provincial political authorities to address the pressing requirements. Minister Swaminathan has responded to Northern Province Chief Minister C.V. Vigneswaran's recent letter informing him of the Provincial Council's decision to reject a project to construct 65,000 houses. The highlight at the bottom says India firm on bridge across Spark Strait. The BJP-led Indian government was firm in its proposal to build a bridge across Spark Strait connecting Dhanushkodi, the eastern tip of Rameswaram Island, and Talaimannar in Sri Lanka. Indian Minister of State for Road Transport, Highways and Shipping, Pon Radhakrishnan has said. With that story, let's move to the highlight on Daily Mirror. We should go to Panama to raise our money, says Prime Minister. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday that Sri Lanka should go to Panama to raise money owned by Sri Lankans. There are media reports that the government is awaiting information on the alleged involvement of the Sri Lankans in the offshore financial dealings revealed in the Panama Papers of the law firm Mossack Fonseca. Now we all have to go to Panama City to find out whether there is Sri Lankan owned money there. That revelation was also made by another Fonseca, wasn't it? He asked. There is other highlight says, Sri Lanka-China relations not to harm third party. Chinese President Xi Jinping is reported to have said that his country's relations is not intended to harm a third party. President Xi reportedly told this when a government delegation led by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe called on him and had bilateral talks with him. Another news says, 3-year-old boy saves mother from rapist. A 3-year-old boy had saved his mother from a man who had tried to rape her. The Patiyadalawa police said a woman had been returning home along a lonely road passing through scrub jungle with her 10-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son. After attending a New Year festival held about 3 kilometers away from their home in Marangala, Patiyadalawa. They had started back at about 6 p.m. as it was getting dark. They had noticed a man walking some distance behind them. The man had later come up to them from behind and pulled the woman off the road. The woman had fallen and shouted for help, but the man had stuffed a corner of her sari into her mouth to gag her. The little boy had fallen to the ground and he and his sister had run away. Soon after that, the woman had felt the man easing his grip on her. There is other news says, Tiruketheswaram Koil cows caught to slaughter cows. It is alleged that the cattle, including cows and calves belonging to the Tiruketheswaram Koil, have been sold for beef. A protest condemning the sale and slaughter of the temple cattle was held and prayers were conducted for the souls of the slaughtered animals on April 3rd. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and join us tomorrow too. Thank you.